Welcome to a feature demo of the Blocktrust Identity Wallet, our initial alpha release. Let's get started by navigating to identitywallet.blocktrust.dev. Here you can read about the features I'll be showing, and as I start a new feature topic, I'll announce it. Download and install. In the download and install instructions, you'll find a link to our listing in the Chrome Web Store. Here I'll click on Add to Brave, and it will quickly download and install in my browser. I'm going to pin the extension in the action icon list for easy access. And I'll get started with the new install, setting a strong password and confirming it. I'll review the warnings about the alpha release, the terms of use, privacy policy, and agree to those terms. I'll read about seed phrase introduction, and as it generates, I'll prepare to write these seed phrase words down, and I'll confirm the seed phrase. We're going to skip that for purposes of this demo. Now that the wallet is created, a new decentralized identifier is created, and you'll notice in the upper right there's an identicon that represents that DID. This is the beginning of a feature for additional profiles. Continuing on to next, we have the option to connect to the recommended mediator service, which is Blocktrust.dev's implementation. You can also choose whether to allow collection of usage data, which will help us improve future versions. And the setup is complete. Menu. During this demo, we'll go through all these entries: credentials, chat, contacts, web request, advanced, and about. You've actually seen most of the about item content already, so I'll skip going into those details. Now let's look at some of the advanced menu items. On preferences, I often change my appearance theme to a dark background, for example. We've talked already about profiles and DIDs previously. We can create additional profiles, and with each its own DID. For a particular DID, we can also see the key material that's behind the DID, the public and private key. And when DIDs will be published to the blockchain for an issuer, more information will be available here as well. We also talked about connecting to a mediator such as Blocktrust. We can interact with this page to find out more details about the particular mediator, pinging it, and discovering features it supports. Contacts. Now let's create a contact with another wallet. We have the ability to add a connection to an agent. We'll now show two wallets on the screen so we can see the interaction between these two. Let's say our name on the left is Alice Holder and on the right is Bob Verifier. Alice will start a new contact with Bob Verifier. Alice will choose the option to create the invitation using Prism Connect. But here, Alice will opt to share that via a QR code. From the right, Bob Verifier starts a new connection. He'll accept the invitation via a QR code. Completing the scanning, we see the two are now connected. Notifications. So as Alice, I see on the left a notification indicating a received message. When clicking on it, I see the chat with Bob Verifier and an incoming trust ping. So now I can chat with Bob. These chats are encrypted end-to-end, where the mediators cannot decrypt those messages. Thus, we have safe chat messaging, a channel between Alice Holder and Bob Verifier. Let's now show an integration with a website, going back to identitywallet.blocktrust.dev. Here we want to connect the wallet and the website via browser-based messaging. The browser asks the user to allow permission for the extension to inject JavaScript content script into the page. Doing so results in the web page having injected content, which it reflects in the modified UI. In this case, the page now shows register and sign in. And we'll click register. The wallet responds requesting that the user approve this request. During onboarding, the website may ask for certain information. When completed, it stores the wallet's DID so it can use that as the basis for sign-in authentication. Once onboarded, we can click Sign In, which sends a challenge to the wallet, which is signed by the wallet using the same DID's keys with the user's approval, and the web page approves that. Another interesting connection interaction is with the example we built an AI agent. Here, the Connect to Agent button is also implemented via browser-based messaging initially, but it also starts a protocol to form a DIDCOM connection between Alice's wallet and a server-based AI agent. Alice can chat with this agent, which doesn't rely on any of its front end, since it is communicating via a mediator to the service. So here we can ask, for example, what is SSI? And what is an agent? Receiving a verifiable credential. Off screen, there's a credential issuer named Carol Issuer. From the wallet, let's start a new contact via an invitation from Carol Issuer. We'll show a credential offer, an acceptance, and finally receiving the credential. Let's say the issuer has just issued a credential offer. Alice sees that in her chat with Carol Issuer, and she can view the credential offer and choose to accept that. During the acceptance, Alice is essentially sending her DID back to the issuer. And then off screen, the issuer can complete the issuing. This then appears back to Alice as the credential, which Alice can now view all of those details. So Alice Holder now has not only a verifiable credential issued to her DID, but also can potentially have a long-standing private communication channel with Carol Issuer. Presentations. Here we have rearranged the screen again to show Alice Holder on the left and on the right Bob Verifier. Bob Verifier asks Alice to prove that she went to Wonderland School, and he requests a proof presentation. Alice views the presentation request and can respond with one of her credentials. Bob receives the credential and is satisfied that Alice indeed went to Wonderland. Log mechanism. Wanted to also show that we have a log for significant events that the wallet makes. Backup and restore. To back up a wallet, an encrypted wallet is placed onto the clipboard. Now, if I reset the wallet, I can restore that from the prior backup. And notice in the upper right, when I do that, unlocking the screen, the Identicon reappears. Concluding the demo, you've seen many features, and I hope during this you've imagined some ways these features and especially verifiable credentials are important to use cases you care about. Feel free to download and try the Blocktrust Identity Wallet by starting out at identitywallet.blocktrust.dev, and would love to hear from you. Any questions you have or suggestions about the features you'd like to see to solve problems with use cases and business cases in the Cardano ecosystem. We invite you to join us on Blocktrust Discord channel. Thanks for watching.